Yes.
Yeah.
Principal Page?
Make people run contracts.
The question is,
So why the jump from 3,000 12 times to 36,000?
the only thing I can think of is Rusty anticipated because of our district population and identify the areas for the, I guess I would say, the category of those children or students whose needs we can't meet. We budgeted for clinical evaluations for those possible out-of-district placements as they are involved. So,
So that means there's been a significant change in the student population from last year to this year?
Um,
Require those additional services?
yeah, the other piece too is the clinical consultations for social emotional learning, which we're involved with right now.
Which was previously funded through that PD grant that we spoke about. I did part the CRP grant, and because of the maintenance of that, it had to continue, it could no longer be put in the grant, so that's why it was put in the budget.
Could you explain the next step that you might want to go back to this?
But basically what maintenance of that means is that whatever you use as money to support your special ed students in 1 year, you can't increase that amount of dollars. Basically.
So
So this used to be a grant fund.
The 20,000 was part of that pie that went up, that because it had been grant funded and no longer took it. But it needed to remain there because it was something that was put in the budget for the previous year. The CRP part of the budget, the grant, however, it had to be maintained, so we put it in his regular budget.
So
That's what that is.
Rusty budgeted $28,000 for this year. That's the budget you adopted, but year to date, there's been no expenditures.
The year-to-date at this submission, you're probably right, I don't know what it is right now.
Well, I'm using Lisa's numbers. As of February 7th, there were no expenditures. Okay. But yet, you're increasing it to $36,000 for next year. And the prior year history, FY11 was $500, FY12 was $2,850, FY13 was $3,000.
So the reason below the might be that the grant is paying for.
So then part of the 36 might is the
But the
$20,000.
social emotional thing is a new grant. I mean, that wasn't in the description in the previous books. It always referred to clinical outside evaluations in the previous books.
So once again, Mike, Rusty had to move $20,000 from the CRP that was funding that into the local budget, and so part 20 of the 36 is accounted for with that.
Where does the expenditure of the $20,000 show up in the budget? I mean, it has to show up as an expenditure somewhere, it's not showing up here. So where would I find
So,
that grant money was spent?
so once again, this is for next year, but you're looking at this year, right? You're looking for the expenditures this year. I don't have that answer, but we could probably get it for you.
Unless I'm misunderstanding, I seem to understand you spent 20,000 grant, and I just wondered where does the expenditure show up? It's in this category, it's not showing up.
It doesn't show up in the grant.
Okay, so it shows up somewhere else.
Yes,
In the grant.
in the grant,
Okay.
because that money was in the grant this year.
I just have one last question, the expenditure item in the special ed budget, and it's item code 53303 for conferences, increasing from 5,400 to 25,000.
And that's page, do you know?
It's a couple of them when we work with stuff big for that.
I'm sorry.
There's a few of them when we work with
And you're asking, the question is,
Why the increase from 5,400 to 25,000? To date, only 938
here. This initiative supports something that was started last year that originally was able to be initially funded through some grant funds, and that was the Open Circle and Social Thinking. So last year, we were able to, through grant funds, send, I think, Carol, if you want to jump in, administrators and some teachers to training. This is really an important change in our curriculum, and so that grant money is no longer available. So it really was important that it be in our local budget.
But why aren't they even using it this year?
Sorry?
I said, but why aren't they even spending any of it this year? Because you've got 15,000 budgeted and only spent 938 today.
Yeah, I would have to look at what it was targeted for this year, Mike. And I know when we're looking at next year, the bulk of that increase goes towards the social and emotional training for teachers and training staff. But again, I can't answer why at this point year-to-date is 938. Maybe it's gone up. Could be that with the freeze the deficit that we decided that we wouldn't approve any conferences or workshops. It could be that. We'll check.
Does this kind of thing become an annual expenditure, or do we just don't all the teachers and the training and no longer be fulfilled over the
Correct.
training?
You do.
Correct.
You do.
That's
And
what we're doing.
right now, there's 5 teachers trained at my school, there's 3 at Howell. We need every elementary teacher, classroom teacher trained. It's 4 days of training, it's about $1,000. They go to Wellesley College. It is an absolutely wonderful program. Social emotional learning is needed. Children do not know how to relate well to each other anymore. They need a great deal of this. This is all part of our district strategic plan going on before. And right now, there's like 8 teachers trained. We wanted to get the rest of the elementary teachers trained next year. I don't know if that will happen due to budgetary constraints. It is going very, very well. Children are learning how to talk to each other. They're learning how to problem solve. We're having fewer discipline referrals. It is a great program that needs to be expanded.
There's some backup in both the elementary principals' budgets. It's outstanding, and certainly would encourage you, if you would like to come visit a classroom where a teacher has been trained, and actually it's been recognized now by the Department of Ed. I believe there's an initiative out there that they're now pushing for schools to identify how they are addressing.
It's a tier 1 intervention.
Yeah, thank you. But they won't know what a tier 1 intervention is.
A tier 1 intervention is a school-wide intervention for all students to benefit prior to reaching the second and third tier, which would mean that at that point they become students at risk. Students that would require more intervention, possibly go into the evaluation team, to be eligible for special ed services. So this tier 1 intervention is a school-wide process. There are several levels to get into social emotional training. So I would imagine that if we're, not even close to finishing all of our teachers, it probably would be a couple of years before it was entirely complete for all the other
2 to 3 more years.
3 years.
Yes.
If grants come available, we would take another stab at a grant and hope that we get funding. It's just an important initiative that we shouldn't give up on, especially seeing how it's begun.
Second question, anything on special? Oh, well, no, from
Yeah.
On the pupil personnel services, just to know, I noticed on it's 53,503, it's on that same page, other technical, like services including web-based software for 41,700. Yeah. Actually, if you want to look on page 5 of the detailed explanation,
Oh, yes, okay.
if you look at the detailed explanation where it gives all the background on it, required, we come up with 41,700. I had that off, it's 52,200, which is wrong. So either I'm adding wrong or somebody forgot to make a change on that, just be aware of that. My only other question on that has to do with Northern Rhode Island Collaborative. On page 15. Would someone explain the explanation? Because it says required two RAP programs, placement plans, and all that, cost of minutes of transfer requesting, work planning, and budgeting. I think we- could you just explain the narrative of it all? It's on page 15 of the narrative.
Oh, yes. The Northern Ireland Collaborative has two types of programs. They have the RAP program and the SAP program. And the SAP program is a 230-day program, which means that the tuition would include ESY, which is Extended School Year Services, which are services during the summer. But for the RAP program, the RAP program, that doesn't include the extended school year. That's a 180-day program, and the students would need to qualify to receive that additional time in the summer.
Okay.
So that's what it refers to as far as the tuition.
Okay, and then it says something leading to core planning and budgeting. What does that mean? It's just because that's what got my note. Result in excessive budget transfer. Does it mean that the money was transferred to different line items?
This was one that was, when we resubmitted, when we went over it together, Suzanne identified the fact that extended school year tuitions were not budgeted, and so this was probably adjusted based on the kids we knew at resubmission, which she confirmed, along with identifying that their extended school year tuitions had not been budgeted. So,
Okay. That's what it was, yeah. Okay, thanks.
Could we jump back to central office for a minute, please?
are we okay with PPS, or
Have you any other questions?
not really? You want to stick with it, or?
Yeah, I'm done with you.
Okay.
I think we just wanted to get back to some of the bigger ticket items. So if we
So
look
we
at
go to
this,
central office, Mike?
yeah, 56 to object code 56 to
Just give us a chance to get caught up where you're at.
Yeah,
Central office, right?
yeah. I'm looking at 56203 transportation fuel.
Do you have a page number, Mike, or?
Because we had to create our own spreadsheet last year, our pages don't match your pages numbers. The object code is 56203. The line item is described as transportation fuel.
How much is it
It's
for?
in the central office budget. 47,701. Right, 47,701. Okay, and when we looked at that, the past expenditures, FY11 was 102,000, FY12 was 100,000, FY13 was 115,000, year-to-date's only 62, and that's jumping up to 147,701. That seems like an awfully big jump. And reading through the books, I noticed that in the past, prior years, you budgeted for 40,000 gallons, and you reduced the gallons because of the state taking over the other bus routes, and now you're budgeting for 37,000 gallons. So we're buying 3,000 gallons less, and it's going to cost us, looks like about, $35,000, $40,000 more. It doesn't make sense that should go up that much. And I know at the time you said you were buying through some type of futures program or something, and it was a good savings and it was a good deal, but I'm wondering at the time, when the highway department spoke to us too, their per gallon cost for diesel fuel seems reasonable, if not even lower. And I'm just wondering, is this, whatever, I don't know why the number is what it is, but, is it time to look at buying it through the town under the state contract?
Perfectly, so I think you projected 367?
So we projected fuel at about $4 a gallon. I can tell you our last two drops were at $3.81 and $2.78. So we're pretty close to $4.
I think that's more than what the town is paying, the diesel fuel, yeah.
Could you confirm that, Mike?
Yeah, can you call Ray Prendergast and speak to him and see what he can share with you? Because I think in February they were paying like $3.40.
There's no way.
This is
Sorry.
for on
There's
road.
no way. There's no way.
I'm sorry, this is a workshop?
Yeah, I know.
Us and them?
I know.
I'm
We can't
asking
get
you,
it. I'll say all of this.
Call Ray Prendergast.
Well, I would rather at least.
I love that.
So, like one of the things that we do is.
I know it wasn't 380 something, I know he was paying less than that.
It's it's volatile, like we buy off the state business, we didn't, I don't think we locked in this year, Lisa.
No, we did not.
We did not lock in, so we're buying straight from state business or whatever the price is at that time. If we felt like we could get a good lock-in price, then we might do that after the first of the year when the budget's set, but the issue is that it's so volatile. Our buses travel 995 miles a day, they use they go 7 miles to a gallon. And if we're able to end the year with like a $45,000 to the good, again, not knowing, the volatile fuel or whether the miles will be increased, it's to me, we kind of look at that as a good achievement. Can we whittle down? Possibly. I just worry about the volatileness of the price. And I'm not sure that's why we use the gallons, was it because of the state, or is that not a big?
Well, we always try to keep, coming in line with the average of what we use,
Yeah.
so
And that's what we
it was
use.
a little bit high, so I scaled it down a little bit. On next year, when we go with new companies, so we really don't know what, we won't really know until we're in.
What I help them to do is a new bus company, we might be able to apply to the state together. Because technically they can't get the reduction on taxes that we get. So there's a possibility we could apply to the state jointly and get that reduced if they purchase the fuel with no upcharge, because they may get a better price because of their quantity. So we haven't finalized that yet, but right now we're still on our own buying it. But that has some promise that we're going to continue discussions with.
Well, maybe his price didn't include the excise tax, and maybe that's what the discrepancy is, but could you just touch base with, because I just remember a number, and I don't think it was 380 something. I think excise tax for school for.
We'll go for Brenda.
I don't think.
Go for Brenda.
I think that's what it's all about.
Thank you.
Did we get an
I don't
excise
believe so.
for the schools?
What's tax exempt?
But there is an excise tax in there.
Yeah, but we do pay the excise tax.
I was wondering if maybe the town didn't pay the excise tax.
Well, if they don't, you don't want to say that too loudly.
No, I'm saying, because I do remember, in the back of my mind, I remember hearing you say the 359 or something like that, and it was a couple of months back. So if you could just check and see, because that's a substantial increase, and I don't know, it's a substantial increase. With regard to that, are we still buying fuel for First Student Company?
So,
And I never understood why.
we don't budget for fuel for anyone but North Smithfield.
Yeah,
So what happens is, there's one tank at First Student.
yeah.
First Student also does the out-of-district buses and has a contract with the state. Their contract includes fuel. So what happens is, the fuel gets purchased and it gets dropped at the First Student. So we get billed from our vendor for all of the fuel. But then First Student credits us
But that's
for
my
the
question.
fuel that is used in the state.
Why are we buying it for them? Why don't we just buy it our own fuel? That's what I do.
Well, I think it's a matter of the ages and who's in the state.
They only have one tank, I think, it doesn't matter to us if they want to buy their own from the state, they can buy their own from the state, doesn't much matter. I think they may get the uniform taxes too, I'm not sure, because it is a state bus run, but, it doesn't matter, we're just being good neighbors, and there's only one tank, so you can't separate the diesel. That's all I have.
And it doesn't cost anything.
Well, I guess that made me a little nervous too, that it's that they're monitoring how much of the fuel is used for us versus how much of the fuel is used by the state. And that just seemed kind of like, I wouldn't do with my own goods, I wouldn't have someone else monitor what I'm
You
using.
can back into that number, if there was a big difference in what the cost is. I mean, the buses probably average 6.5 miles per gallon. So they do 900 change per day,
995 a day.
about 155 gallons per day. So you can back into, a general number.
And again, in FY 15, I'm going to have
Yes, if you want tonight in,
Any, is there savings?
I put the analysis away. Lisa had budgeted really well, so there's not a savings. We have, I'll get you the analysis. If we continue to hire our own monitors, the difference between DACO and us is around $94,000 of savings. So we didn't want to continue to hire our own monitors, but we will for that amount of savings. Bottom line, off the top of my head, Mike, is I think according to our projections on the budget analysis of the bid, we've got about 68,000 to the good. However, what it doesn't account for, Mike, is the ESY summer program. In other words, it doesn't account for summer transportation for school year. So yes, we, according to the analysis I put together, if there are no overages, in other words, if we stick to the 4 hours per driver, according to the bus bid, we've got 68,556 is the delta. However, out of that will come the extended school year. Now, last year, extended school year cost $12,726. Suzanne expects that to possibly double this year. We have to allow for per hour costs in excess of the daily average of 4 hours, only because there are days when that excess is over 4 hours. It also has to allow for the fact that we have not commissioned an 84-passenger bus. They bid on it. We have to this year. If we move to an 84-passenger, that's going to increase the cost, and that will come out of the 68. It also does, this also allows for the fact that we may need a second special education aid. So basically, we're okay with what we budgeted. That 68,556 will go down based upon the extended school year summer transportation, per hour in excess cost, possibility of an 84-passenger bus, the possibility of a second special education aid. So we're going to be okay. We're just really pleased with the bids because they bid on buses being 3 years old or newer, and we're just ecstatic about that. We've got so many problems with 10-year-old buses that are 125,000 miles in one.
When you do your resubmitted budget, I'm assuming that those numbers are going to be right, so that when you give us the next one.
They won't, but those won't change, Mike. They won't change. In other words, what Lisa has dispersed within her budget by school for transportation, we pulled all those out when we did the analysis, so I'll get you a copy of it. But there's no way I can reduce that by the 68,000 for the reasons I just spoke about.
Well, you know what, I look at these adjustments, these line items, and the total transportation in FY '13, you budgeted $1,270,000, and your actual expenses were $1,207,000. So it's like over $63,000. This year, you proposed a budget to us for transportation that called for $1,299,000. And then when you reconciled your budget, you only budgeted $1,220,000. So that was $70,000 less than what you told us the budget was going to need to be for transportation. So I'm just leery of this year's number, thinking, are we going to, at the end of the ESC, or when you adopt your budget, are you looking, is it going to be lower than the estimate that's here? And why does that keep happening?
Mike, could I have those numbers again, because I couldn't follow it.
Yeah, I had, for FY '13, we believed it, but total busing needs was like $1,270,709.
Did that include fuel, Mike?
That included anything 55111 code numbers.
Okay, so, could you give me that number again?
I think it's $1,270,709
For 13.
That's the 13.
Yeah.
That was your adjusted budget.
Yes.
And your actuals, by what we calculated, were $1,207,854.
Yeah, I don't know those calculations.
I've done it with Lisa's sheet that she gave to Brenda at the
Sure.
end of the year.
Sure.
And then this year, in FY '14, you proposed a budget to us of just about $1.3 million, $1,299,051. And then when you reconciled your budget, you lowered that number by $79,000 to $1,220,992, which,
I'm a little lost because I have the transportation including fuel in this comes to $1,331,952.
that's,
And that includes not just in-district, it includes transportation for the vocational, for Beacon, and for private. So
mine doesn't include fuel because fuel is another object program.
well, I'm just telling you, total, not for transportation, that we have in this budget is 1.3, and it's 57% of our entire central office budget, so I guess
For
where,
55111,
all I'm telling you is I added up all of the transportation costs. Don't forget, it's not just in-district, it's
that's what we
vocational.
put in. 55111 is all transportation. Anything object code 55111 is what is in that number. All right, if the number's gonna stay what it is, it will stay what it is, but
No, I'm open, I just want to understand a little bit more about your concern. Your concern is that it's too big, is that it?
no, the concern is that every time you give us a number for what the transportation is gonna be, when you reconcile your budget, you reconcile a much lower number. So are we getting estimates that are too high?
Yeah, we didn't, Mike, I don't think we touched the transportation estimates since October. When we resubmitted, we didn't touch it, like, because we didn't have the bids, and now with the bids, we still won't touch it, because we have, like I said, we have the 68,000 for the goods, so. Those
No,
things
Steve, I'm
those
talking
things
about,
weren't touched
I can see in FY 14, for example, you had proposed a budget to us, and that's where big chunk of the savings in FY 14 came from. You had proposed to us that you needed 101,000 for charter school out of district transportation.
Mike, what page are you on?
Object code 5511,
Yeah,
out of your budget, central office budget. So, and when we brought that to your attention, we said, well, you've never spent more than 35,000. We were happy to see that when you reconciled your budget, you lowered the number to 41.7 from the 101,000. But the same thing happened the year before, where the numbers come in lower. So if you're saying, I just want you to give us as good an estimate as you possibly can for the transportation, that's all. And,
Yeah, I appreciate that, Mike. I think we have tried, and I'm a little confused with the numbers that you throw out, only because for me, they should match up. They need to match up not just to the entirety, but a particular line like vocational transportation or Beacon or private. So all I can tell you is with regard to transportation for regular ed, which is the biggest nut, Lisa just nailed it, thank goodness, and so we're happy with that. And I'm not sure, we'll look into the fuel, but the problem is that I'd rather end in a situation where we're not in deficit with fuel or transportation, so I think we're doing okay there.
John?
The very, difficult area of work is so low that when we do have to provide seats for all of the students that are, could potentially ride the bus. And the same thing with district transportation. We have no idea who's going to be on those buses. And even within the year, we don't know what we're going to get billed for, because it depends how many students are on that bus from your community, and also how many students are on the bus as a whole.
Right.
And they divide that by the first student, and then we get billed for it. So,
Listen, let me answer a question that I was anticipating. I was trying to understand the food cost.
I'm sorry?
I was trying to understand the overall food cost with regards to the out-of-district tuition, the out-of-district transportation, because I'm looking at $519,000 of cost only for 8 months, and I just wanted to try to understand how that was billed, when are we seeing that, because that's 8 months of expenditure that doesn't come anywhere near the overall budget. So that's why I was just trying to understand the relationship between what we see in actual expenditures and what the budget is. It doesn't look like it's being approved or expended evenly.
they talked about the 12, 13, the other day, those up in here.
I'm looking at the February 7, 2014 actual year
So John, you're talking about those three major categories, which is out-of-district vocational, out-of-district charter, and out-of-district private, right?
No,
No?
I'm only talking about 55111 object code, which is involving the other district
So they're all
transportation.
spread out.
Okay.
If you had given us a question ahead of time, we would have been, get to do some analysis ourselves. But for us to come
Well, I don't,
up with
Lisa,
this
I don't want an extensive analysis, so all I wanted to do was just try to understand. Because I'm looking at an adopted, a reconciled budget of $1,221,000 or something. I'm seeing 8 months of expenditure of only $519,000, and all I'm asking for is just some kind of a rationale as to how that happens.
So you're looking at year-to-date versus, so you're looking at 14-15 opposed to year-to-date.
Yeah, because if I just extrapolate the 519 to the end of the year,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna come anywhere close to the $1,220,000. So I'm trying to get to the rationale behind that, so how do they bill? I mean, is it regular? You know what I'm saying?
I do. I have to turn it over at least in terms of how they bill. I only can tell you, John, that it's so volatile. We could have one student on a private school bus or whatever, and with other kids, and if another town pull their kids off, all of a sudden our costs go up. So I'll turn the bill over to you.
So, but you basically bill us monthly. If this was run February 7th, I'd have to go back into the system to see exactly where we were paid through.
So we'll do that for you.
The other thing is, I believe that the out-of-district, the transportation offset comes in, it gets loaded in the front of the year. So when you, as we move on towards the end of the year, bills are higher.
But how much is that, 25,000? Does that sound familiar? The one, to me, this is another.
Really cool.
The one that looks kind of funny, Lisa, is the private school out of district tuition. Because it's right, it's only showing expenditures year-to-date of 1546, and 54,475 was budgeted. And I think that's what John's point is, when we look at them all together, that accounts for a big part of the reason for that, why that number is so low. But why would that
If you look at 12-13 actual, it's just 27,000.
Right, yeah, right.
Again, it depends on how many kids are on those buses and, you know, if it's traveling, how many are in my district, how many are in other districts.
But if that's right for year-to-date, 1546, then we're over budgeted for next year, we're budgeting 54, right?
Okay, John. I wish we were all using the notebook. It would make communication easier, the one we sent you, so.
Well, if you just did an analysis, if you're looking like, it's not only our district, like even like Callawell, adjusted reconciled budget, fiscal year 2014, it says, 23,127, and then the year-to-date expenditures are 10,295.
That's transportation?
Yes, so this is all what's budgeted in there, so it looks like all of these account for that 55,111, it's all looks like, what's expended as of, February is maybe about 60% of what you have there, and that, so when we broke it down this way, well, actually Mike did, he was just trying to do an analysis based on object codes, so we could get a different take on it.
Right.
So basically, that's the question, why is it only like 60%? I'm just trying to clarify a little bit, because John asked the same thing too, but.
You're looking at why 60% with 4 months left. Yeah, we can get to that answer, and it's a transportation estimate.
Yeah, it's the biggies where there's a big discrepancy is the charter school and the private school.
Private schools
Those
is
are
up
the two
last.
big ones where there's a big discrepancy for, year-to-date expenditures versus what was budgeted.
What page is that?
If you look on the last item, right near the end of the details, you'll see the private school one, third one up, 54,540.
No, what page are you on?
I'm on central section. The busing. Yeah, I'm on that. And then, near the bottom, go to the bottom. 2,340,000. And then you see 54,540 up. I knew it. Did you see it? And then you go way over and it's like, very little spent. Yeah.
So we're suggesting we look at those and see if maybe they're on. Or maybe the billing is messed up. But one way or another, maybe something.
We can look at year-to-date, Mike, and you're right, if we, if we can, lower it, we will, it's just, it's so volatile, that's the problem. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Right. Yes.
For Steve, are we done with the busing?
So, keep going.
All right, can we leave that and go to 53,303, conferences and workshops administrators?
So again, could you tell me the page, again, what, we thought we'd be following what was in it, so it would really help.
Can I just explain what our problem was? When we didn't have a 3-year expenditure history last year, we had to build our own manually, and so it's on our spreadsheet the way we set it up. So when we get your spreadsheets, we then have to enter, because we have to enter them on, won't have to ever follow. I get what you're saying, but
Yeah, it would just.
hopefully someday we'll both use the same spreadsheets, and then we won't have to do this.
Are we in central office?
I don't know about that, Mike, I
Are we
think
in central office? That's my question.
Yeah, we're in central office.
Okay, and how much are we talking about? What's the proposal budget?
Right? Conferences, workshops, it's object code 53303.
Yep, that's contractual.
Okay, but see, this is, can we look at the prior expenditure? In FY11, you're budgeting 23,300 next year. In FY11, you only spent 1,959. In FY12, you only spent 2,495. In FY13, you spent 6,465. And we did read the explanation, which says it's contractual. But what that is it takes a dollar amount from every administrator's contract, and that's the total, that 23 whatever, and they're entitled to reimbursement if they all do it. And this is kind of in line with what the police department does. The police contract guarantees the office's educational reimbursement. But when the police chief fills the budget for that line item, he doesn't say, I have 25 men and they're each entitled to $2,500 a piece for reimbursement. He has them fill out a form at the beginning of the year, and they have to say who's taking courses this year. So instead of budgeting for educational reimbursement for 24 offices, he's only budgeting for the 4 who filled out the paperwork and said, I'm taking the courses. Because that's why you never spend this, because you budget the full amount, like everybody's going to have the enthusiasm and the time to leave their job every day and then go take 3 courses at night, and it just doesn't happen. So if there was some way like that you could, find out, and it also says with the approval of the superintendent, but the bottom line is we're budgeting in this line item and you're never spending anywhere near that amount. So it's something we'd like you to look at to see if there's some type of process that you could put into place where they notify you in advance at the beginning of the year, these are the courses I'm going to take, and then we budget just for those that are really going to do it.
So Mike, just so you know, it's more than courses, and you've got a good
It's
point about.
conferences and courses, I get it, yeah.
So you've got a good point about budgeted versus expense, and I get that. But it is contractual, and if we do what you're suggesting, and we don't budget according to what the state of the contract, and people decide to avail themselves